So today I wanted to talk about why people will never improve at Apex Legends. I went ahead and wrote down a couple of things in my notebook that I thought that it's very common for people to be doing, and so I just wanted to get right into it. If you did enjoy this video, please make sure to like, subscribe, hit that notification bell. It helps me out a lot. Helps with the algorithm if you also share the video. So thank you guys for watching, and let's just get right into it. First one I wanted to talk about is blaming everyone else but themselves. These types of players are really annoying because you can't really convince them of something that they did wrong. It's more everyone else's fault, in their eyes. And so if you're this type of player, you really do need to change your mindset. You need to change the way you see things because you're just never going to get out of the slumps. You're never going to improve, essentially. The second one is doing nothing and staying quiet. Basically, you're moving on like nothing ever happened. Let's say something just happened in the game. At the end of the game, you want to be talking with your teammates about what just happened. And if that teammate is just basically staying quiet when he's receiving feedback, he's not answering back, he's not saying anything, he just completely stays silent about it, mistakes over and over again, and you just keep seeing that same result, you're most likely going to want to drop that player because that player is just not effective. He's not being efficient and he's not helping you guys out in any way. They receive feedback, but it goes in through one ear and it goes out through the other. Third one is you don't have a drive. You don't have a drive to get better. You're not consistent with it. You just lack the drive. And I don't really have anything else to talk about in this one. It's really just you have no motivation to get better at the game. You're just kind of like a leaf going through the air. You're just floating around, basically, doing nothing. Those types of players really get annoying, so you most likely want to drop them from your squad if you do notice that. The fourth one is people that don't challenge themselves. I think that's important. It's important to try new things at all times. Challenge yourself as far as getting better with a certain weapon, getting better with your movement, getting better at your playmaking, your positioning, whatever the case may be, whatever weakness you have, you want to challenge yourself. And, even if you win, what could you have done better? It's just really just challenging yourself, brutally honest with yourself. The fifth one that I came up with, not changing up your routine. And it's basically like staying in a comfort zone. So let's say you're in firing range and you're practicing with your weapons, recoil patterns, whatever the case may be, but you just keep doing the same thing over and over and over again. You never truly change the routine up or challenge yourself to do something different that can help you become a better player. The sixth one that I have here is your health. Your health is very important. I've noticed now that I am diabetic type 1. I don't think I've ever said that in a video, but I've noticed that, your sugar levels can be fluctuating all the time. And it doesn't matter if you're diabetic type 1 or if you're non-diabetic. It's the same thing for everybody. If you don't eat food, your sugar level is going to go down and you're going to start feeling shaky. You're going to start feeling a little weird. So that can affect your gameplay essentially. And you have to notice that. So those are factors, staying hydrated, eating your nutrients, eating your foods that have proper nutrients and stuff is essential to getting better. The seventh one I came up with is not analyzing gameplay. You should be recording yourself, whether it's through live streams, just OBS, recording yourself, game capture devices. You could record yourself as well. Things like that help you just analyze gameplay and understanding, what went right, what went wrong, and just learning from mistakes like that, It's very important. My eighth one is that people don't understand that it's not going to happen overnight. It's going to take a long time. It's going to be a daily process, a daily constant battle with yourself of improving. Whatever the case may be, whatever you're trying to practice, your movement, your aiming, your tracking, your playmaking, but they don't realize that you have to put in the time, put in the practice in order to get better, right? So it's not just one setting that's going to change everything and you're just going to be a god at Apex Legends. It takes a long time to learn a specific input. The ninth one is that people don't have a clear goal on what you need to improve. It doesn't hit them in the face directly where it's so obvious. It's just one of those things where you look at them and be like, man, if they were to focus in this skill in particular in themselves, they would be a tremendous player. But they don't do it. If they were to focus on these few things every single day, they would be a great player. But it just sucks that they don't do those things and they don't get better. Really, you need to understand what you need to improve and then how to improve it. What do you need to do? So one good example I would say is for example, if your R301 skill is terrible, then, you want to hop into firing range and learn that R301 process, right? Learn that recoil pattern, learn the recoil compensation, the recoil control of it. And then sooner or later, you just keep practicing on those targets over and over and over again. And eventually your recoil control is going to be better with the R301. That's a great example. And I think the 10th one is just not being honest with yourself. I think a lot of players struggle with that. Being brutally honest with yourself, no matter how harsh it is very helpful. I think that's something that helped me out so much. Just watching and telling myself that I'm ass, that I suck. And then now you have a starting point. You can start from there and be like, okay, well, if I'm ass, I'm gonna try to get better, right? You're gonna try to do everything necessary to get better. It's not just watching film. It's also applying it, practicing, and doing everything you possibly can to get better. So, like I said in my other video back in 2019, I'll put a card right on top of this video on that one. But basically what I said is you have to have the mindset, in order to get better. You have to be honest with yourself, and you have to keep your composure. I think those three things are the biggest thing in Apex Legends, and I stand by it to this day. And you could see my gameplay, back from 2019 to now, I'm basically a completely different player. I can challenge basically anyone in this game and feel comfortable with it. It doesn't matter if you're a professional player or you're a beginner. I don't care. It's just one of those things that I feel confident in myself because I've put in the time, I've put in the work, and I know what I can do. And that's the thing about it. It's like, that's the beauty about Apex. It takes a long time to learn, but once you get it and you hold on to it and you keep practicing on the daily, it's like so satisfying. Again, this applies to both inputs. If you get any knowledge from this, if this was in any way helpful, please make sure to like, subscribe, hit that notification bell. It would help me out a lot. Share the video. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll talk to you guys in the next video. Peace. I down one. I traded.
This guy's one.
Nice, dead.
Shit, guys. Fucking dominated there. See, let's see. Good shit, guys. Good shit.
Good job. You guys are in.
Yep, I am in it. Today.
Yes, you are. That was a lot of plays right here.
Hey, calm down. Hey, calm down now.
Hey, the chosen one.
Hey, yep.
Chosen one.